Guys, welcome back to the Ride Right Waxing channel. So another board. We are busy with boards at the moment. Now this is in for a full detail. We're going to give, I've actually polished up the top coat already. But we are going to be giving this board a jolly good wax. And we're going to be getting that word ride really popping. And it's very dry, which you'll see in a second when I pop it in my hand. And it's extremely burry on the sides. So we're going to give it a full sharp detail and basically, we're going to dull and tip it all in and make sure this board is absolutely tip top. The board itself is in lovely condition. The base material is fantastic. There's a couple of little marks, but to be honest with you, nothing that's going to affect the performance. And to be brutally honest, what do you expect when you ride these things? They do get marked and dinged up, unfortunately. But that said, doesn't detract. It's a beautiful, beautiful board. Now, this is a 157 ride. It's a shadow band board. Just a really, really lovely board. It's a rocker board. No, it's not. It's a camber board by the looks of things. So, yeah, it is just all in all. But the great news is this board is available to buy. Now, the gentleman that's obviously got this board is up on the market for the simple reason he bought himself a new one. And hence the reason why he's asked me to service it. So you lucky people that get to buy it will have it fully tip-top and ready to fly, which is absolutely more important than buying the board itself because it's serviced and it's ready to go. So all very well buying a board off a marketplace, which is great, but if you don't get it serviced, then basically it's going to perform as well as the board is condition-wise. Now, we're going to make sure this is tip-top, so it is really, really a very good buy. Because simply it's ready to ride, quite literally to ride. But anyway, I'm going to pop in my hand and have a quick detailed look at this board. So here we are, one board, a little bit of water, come on to that in a second. But the board itself is not too bad. We've got a couple of little marks and stuff on the board, but not enough to put P-Tex down. There's no P-Tex that's been laid into the base of this board. By the looks of things, it's just a little bit of dirt, a little line just there. But again, nothing's going to affect the performance of this ride board. The edges themselves need a bit of love, so we're going to sharpen these up and we're going to dull and tip them in to reduce any catching. We've got a little bit of a gouge over this side. Again, nothing too horrendous, to be honest with you. It has burred out a bit. Which obviously we're going to take off with the sides. We're going to angle the sides to 89 and then we're going to work on this one. Start at 0.75 and then work our way up by 0.25 increments until we try and get this a really good line on here. I can't replace material, but to be honest with you, this is nothing to worry about. You should see my board. My board is like that all the way down because I do a lot of off-piste and hit a lot of rocks. But that's what it's here for. But the nice thing is the rails aren't rusty. And obviously we've got this water on here. It does show there is a bit of wax on the board. But when we run it down the board like so, we leave a slug. And when we tip it on its side, it holds on to water. Now, not too bad. I've had boards a lot worse, but stay to the end and you're going to see how resilient and how water resistant this board is by purely waxing your board. That's the main thing. And that's the great thing with this board. This board is up for grabs. If you want it, let me know and I'll set you up with the guy who owns it. But it's going to be fully serviced, it's going to be fully edged, it's going to be sharp and ready to ride, so you can simply chuck it in your bag, head over to the Alps and have the best time ever. Let's stick some tunes on and let's get to work on this ride. Okay, so this ride shadow band has been sat and the wax is ready to come off. We have worked our backside off on these rails. We have got them as dialed as physically possible, and that little rock mark, I reckon we've got at least 85 if 90% of those gouges out. It was actually quite heavily scored down the side, and we've done the side rail to 89 degrees, and of course we've dull and tipped them in. And already the base is looking a lot more enriched. When we cleaned the actual base of this board itself, actually went quite grey. I had to base scrape it a couple of times, but we're going to get this wax off now, and we've got all the dead material off, and we're going to polish it up, and I think you're going to see a huge difference in this, and that word ride is really, really going to pop. The edges, like I said, dialed in, and we've got that lovely continued kind of like grind line from the actual grinder, and yeah, we cleaned the top coat up. All it's needing is a Ride Right waxing sticker, which we'll stick on shortly. But yeah, let's get to it. We've got this, we've got an Amplit board and the Yes board all in tonight. So we've got 3 videos coming out, but these boards are all for one person. And yeah, we're going to do the water test on all 3. So guys, hit like, subscribe and share. And don't forget, this board is for sale. So if you are after this, then hit me up and I'll put you in contact with the guy who's selling it and see if you guys can strike up a deal. But remember, it's fully serviced, it's fully edged. This thing is ready to go and it is a beautiful board. And yeah, the money's not necessarily in the board, it's how it performs. So guys, stick some tunes on, let's crack on. So there we are guys, one finely tuned board, like a finely tuned, this is me here at the X Games. Not really, I wish it was. But this is as good and could quite easily go to the X Games. Check out the shine on that. That is absolutely popping, that board. The difference in the base is huge. That word ride, almost like you could reach out and grab it. It has come up lovely, this board. It's like brand new. It genuinely is like brand new. I am so pleased with this. It looks lovely and feels so good. The rails are nice and sharp. We've double tipped them in. And of course, we're going to be doing the water test. So, let's have a bad boy look at this. No doubt whatsoever, there'll be no water clinging to this board like it was, hanging on for dear life. This is 100%, look at that, water repellent, a little bit of dust there, look, pick it up. And then you just go down the board. Oh, a wiggly, wiggly worm. And what's lovely is literally, we're drawing the dots, and it literally just runs straight off. Look at that, absolutely mint. Absolutely mint. Like I say, guys, this board is for sale, so if you are interested, let me know. Guys, that is another board done here in the Rider Waxing Workshop. Please do hit like, share, comment, and yeah, follow me on Instagram, Facebook. I kind of do these videos and do a montage video where it kind of spins all this 10 minutes into 1 minute. I put some tunes with it, so go across and hit like on Instagram. It's on TikTok as well. That'll be awesome. But until that board, and then the Amplit board coming up on the channel next, albeit I might upload them beforehand, we're going to get on and get those looking as good. So guys, thanks for watching, but until next time, we will see you soon.